I never imagined that planning a celebration would destroy my marriage. It started as something simple, our 10-year wedding anniversary. I wanted to make it special, something unforgettable. Lauren had always complained that I wasn't romantic enough, so this time, I was determined to prove her wrong. I booked a beautiful venue, a lakeside lodge just outside of town, close enough for friends and family to attend, but remote enough to feel like an escape. I arranged for catering, live music, even a professional photographer. Lauren should have been thrilled. Instead, she seemed distracted. At first, I chalked it up to stress. She was in charge of the guest list, the decorations, the little details. Maybe it was overwhelming, but something about her was off. She was glued to her phone more than usual, always tilting the screen away when I walked by. She started staying out later, claiming she had errands or meetings that never seemed to match up with her schedule. And then there were the moods. One moment, she was sweet, affectionate, pulling me in for kisses like we were newlyweds. The next, she was cold, distant, snapping at me for things she usually ignored. I should have asked questions then. I should have looked closer, but I was too busy trusting her. The day Lauren's sister called me, I was standing in the middle of the venue, finalizing details with the event coordinator. The lake shimmered in the afternoon sun. The tables were set, and everything looked perfect. I almost didn't answer the call. "Hey, Melissa," I greeted, tucking my phone between my ear and shoulder as I signed off on the floral arrangements. She hesitated. That was the first red flag. Melissa was never the hesitant type. "James," she said slowly, "I need to tell you something, and I don't know how to say it." I stopped mid-signature. Something about her voice made my stomach twist. "Just say it." Another pause. Then, finally, "It's Lauren. She's cheating on you." The pen slipped from my fingers. I actually laughed. A short, humorless sound. "What?" I caught her. I didn't mean to, but I did. Her voice wavered. "James, I saw her with him." The world around me faded. The chatter of the staff, the rustling of the trees, the distant sound of the lake. All of it vanished, replaced by the dull roar of blood rushing to my head. "Who?" I managed. My voice sounded strange, like it belonged to someone else. Melissa swallowed. "His name is Tyler. No, I know. It's been going on for a while." Tyler. The name was familiar, but my brain wasn't working fast enough to place it. "Are you sure?" I whispered, even though I already knew the answer. Melissa made a choked sound. "James, I saw them. At her place, in her car. Kissing. More than once." Her voice cracked. "I didn't want to tell you, but I can't just pretend I don't know. You don't deserve this." Something inside me snapped. Lauren was cheating on me. With someone named Tyler. While I was planning a celebration for us. I gripped the phone so hard my knuckles turned white. "Melissa," I said, my voice deadly calm. "I need you to tell me everything." And she did. Every sickening detail. Melissa had first noticed something off about Lauren a few months ago. The late-night, work calls. The way she always seemed distracted when they talked. Then, one night, Melissa had stopped by Lauren's place while I was out of town for business. Lauren wasn't alone. Tyler was with her. Melissa saw them through the window. The way Lauren laughed as he pulled her close. The way they kissed, their hands roaming over each other like two people who belonged together. "She looked happy, James," Melissa admitted quietly. Not guilty. Not like she was making a mistake. Just happy. That was the part that gutted me the most. Lauren didn't regret this. She wasn't some woman caught up in a moment of weakness. She had made a choice. Over and over again. And I had been too blind to see it. Until now. I didn't confront Lauren right away. Instead, I did something colder. Something smarter. I waited. I gathered evidence. Melissa helped. She was furious. At Lauren. At herself for keeping the secret for as long as she had. She gave me everything she had. Text messages. Call logs. Even a photo she had taken one night when she saw Lauren and Tyler together at a restaurant. Then I did my own digging. I went through Lauren's phone while she was in the shower. She was sloppy. She never deleted her messages, never cleared her location history. It was all there. The texts. The plans. The sneaking around. I found out who Tyler was, a coworker. A man I had met before, shaken hands with. They had been sleeping together for almost a year. A year. I clenched my jaw so hard it hurt. I had the evidence. Now, it was time for revenge. The night of the celebration arrived. Lauren was glowing, her dress hugging her curves, her makeup flawless. She looked at me with eyes full of lies, her fingers curling around mine as if nothing was wrong. I played along. I smiled. I kissed her. I held her close. No one suspected a thing. The lodge was packed. Friends, family, co-workers, including Tyler. I saw him the moment he walked in. His smirk. The way his eyes lingered on Lauren a little too long. That smug son of a bitch thought he was untouchable. He was wrong. I waited until dinner was served. Until the wine had flowed and the guests were laughing, toasting, celebrating what they thought was a happy couple. Then, I stood up. "Thank you all for coming," I said, raising my glass. "Tonight is special. Not just because it marks 10 years of marriage with the woman I love." I turned to Lauren, who smiled, eyes shining. "But because it also marks the night I finally expose her for the lying, cheating woman she is." The room went silent. Lauren's face froze. Her eyes widened, her mouth opening slightly as if she misheard me. "James," she whispered. I ignored her. I pulled out my phone and tapped a button. A slideshow began playing on the projector. Images of her and Tyler. Text messages. Call logs. The proof. The guests gasped. Someone dropped a glass. Lauren choked on air. Tyler paled, his smirk vanishing. Then I turned to him. "You thought you could take what's mine?" I said coldly. "You thought I wouldn't find out?" His jaw tightened. "James, Shut up," I snapped. "You don't get to talk." Lauren's hands were trembling. I can explain." "There is no explanation." I looked around the room, at the stunned faces of our friends, her parents, her boss. Then, I pulled out a manila envelope. "These," I said, dropping it in front of her, "are divorce papers. You're going to sign them, and you're going to walk out of here with nothing." Lauren's face crumpled. "Please, James. I love you." Don't." I stared at her, feeling nothing. Not sadness. Not regret. Just satisfaction. "You threw this away. Now, you get to live with it." She broke. Tears streamed down her face, but I didn't care. Because she had destroyed us. And I had destroyed her. Thank you for listening to the story to the end. Please like, share your thoughts and subscribe to the channel.